Good day, everyone. My topic is about Clause 10 of ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System, the improvement. To Heraclitus, the only constant thing in this world is change. We all face changes every day, whether it is a simple change in the weather, our schedule, or expected change of seasons. Change affects us all, and we each deal with change differently. This is the only constant in life, the only thing we can be sure that it will happen. What is the content of Clause 10? The ISO 9001-2015 Clause 10 Improvement describes the requirements for continual improvement in the quality management system by identifying nonconformities and taking corrective actions to regard nonconformity by eliminating the root cause of the nonconformance. Occasionally, undesired things occur. Now it's time to address nonconformity and corrective action. And to make things better, there's a continual improvement. The requirements here are familiar and well understood. But what about preventive action? As some have argued for many years, one of the objectives of a management system is preventive action. So the requirements in Clause 4.1 to determine external and internal issues that are relevant to its purpose and that affect its ability to achieve the intended outcomes of its quality management system. And in Clause 6.1, to determine the risks and opportunities that need to be addressed to assure the quality management system can achieve its intended outcomes, prevent or reduce undesired effects, achieve continual improvement. Not only address preventive action, but go beyond. And in the end, auditors will look back at the management system established in Clause 4.4, reviewed in Clause 9.3, and now continually improve. Finally, although there remains a requirement for processes, there is no mention anywhere of procedures, documented or otherwise. If a discipline considers that they are required, then they will appear in Clause 8 in the operations. However, if they are not a requirement, but the organization themselves consider they need them, then that will be their decision. The Clause 10 has three sub-clauses. The 10.1, General, 10.2, the Nonconformity and Corrective Action, and 10.3, the Continual Improvement. In 10.1, the organization must determine and select opportunities for improvement and implement any necessary actions to meet customer requirements and enhance customer satisfaction. These actions must include improving products and services to meet requirements as well as address future needs and expectations, correcting, preventing, or reducing undesired effects, improving the performance and effectiveness of the quality management system. Examples of improving can include correction, corrective action, continual improvement, breakthrough change, innovation, and recognition. The phrase opportunities for improvement is only mentioned in ISO 9001-2008 at Clause 5.6.1 Management Review. The phrase has been repeated in ISO 9001-2015 at Clause 9.3.2F Management Review Inputs. That's only a brief history. We use the term improvement system to mean the approaches, methodologies, tools, and technologies that organizations use to bring about improvements in how the organization operates. These are management approaches for isolating issues and finding solutions, and they are often catalysts for specific changes to technologies, processes, job roles, or organization structures. A systematic, humane approach for improving an organization that makes a difference to customer and provides a lasting effect has three components. Number one is how a product or service is delivered. Second is the product or service design, and the management system enable improvements. Process improvement. Process improvement methodologies are created to improve operational efficiency and effectiveness. Each provides a disciplined approach for improving how a product or services are delivered. So the reality for fulfilling the needs of the customer consists of an overwhelming number of factors. Requirements are imposed from multiple sources of customers, each with their own needs and wants, as requirements are cascaded through the organization. The requirements are translated into actionable items, sometimes with clear connections. Sometimes the connections are not obvious. Some benefits are immediately obvious, and some benefits are obscure to the local workforce. Each requirement has ramifications far beyond an immediate area. Many process improvement methodologies are created to improve operational efficiency and effectiveness. Each provides a disciplined approach for improving how a product or service is delivered. So, the process improvement. The process of making meaningful product changes that result in new customers or increase benefits realized by existing customers. The two most popular ways to make product improvements are to add new product features or improve existing ones. The design activity consumes 5% of the product cost, while it has a 70% influence on the final cost. This is the example applicable on product improvements. On the other hand, material and labor costs can consume 65% of the product cost, while only influencing the final cost by 25%. In our university, we can also improve our services by transforming our existing ones. Practices may be consciously created and based on the theory or may have simply emerged as the organization grew and matured. Management's job in the area of improvement is to create and facilitate an environment for learning cooperation. All human activities and efforts of any organization are based upon management practices. Practices that govern how people interact within the organization, as well as how people interact between the organization and the rest of the world. The practices may be consciously created and based on theory, or may have simply emerged as the organization grew and matured. For example, the culture here in the university. Management's job in the area of improvement is to create and facilitate an environment for learning and cooperation. One area to start is to remove policies and barriers that inhibit people from doing a good job. At the same time, encourage communication between functional areas and different levels of organization. Creating a systematic approach to improvement. There is a simple breakdown of the ADCAP. This is only the abbreviation. The elements for change, implementing a new improvement system. So there are questions that we need to consider in the phrases. The awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and of course the reinforcement. These questions that we consider for having a systematic improvement system. In awareness, why is the improvement system needed? What are the risks of not using the improvement system? Why is this improvement system being implemented now? So on and so forth. The desire to participate and support the new improvement system. What are the organizational drivers causing us to bring this new improvement system to the organization? What are the personal motivators for getting involved in Lean or BPM or Appreciative Inquiry or Six Sigma, for example? And knowledge on how to use the new improvement system. The question is, what will be my role using the new improvement system? What do I need to know to be successful using the new improvement system? And when will I be trained on how the new improvement system works? The ability to implement skills and behaviors required the new improvement system. The question would be, what exactly will I be doing differently as a result of new system? When will I have a chance to practice? Where do I go for support and assistance to be successful as part of this new system? And lastly, for reinforcement, to sustain the new improvement system, the question would be, how do I know the organization is committed to using the new improvement system? Are senior leaders really committed to making this successful? Will this new approach be discarded next month? So non-conformity and corrective actions. This is 10.2. 10.2.1 says that when a non-conformity occurs, including any arising from complaints, the organization must react to non-conformity and, as applicable, take action to control and correct it, and deal with the consequences. The organization must also evaluate the need for action to eliminate the causes of the non-conformity so it does not recur or occur elsewhere. By reviewing and analyzing the non-conformity, determining the causes of the non-conformity, and determining if similar non-conformities exist or could potentially occur. The organization must implement any action needed and review the effectiveness of any corrective action taken. It must update risks and opportunities. This is important to determine during planning, if necessary, and make changes to the quality management system if necessary. The corrective actions must be appropriate to the effects of the non-conformities encountered. Point 2.2. The organization must retain documented information as evidence of the nature of the non-conformities and any subsequent actions taken and results of any corrective. The ISO 9001-2015 requires that The organization must react to nonconformity by first controlling and correcting it, as well as dealing with the consequences. This is one of the examples of improvement. It also adds a requirement to determine if similar nonconformities exist or could potentially occur. A new requirement is to update the risks and opportunities if there are extinctions of nonconformities. Determined during planning if necessary. Another new requirement is to make changes to the quality management system in general. So again, if necessary. The clause 10.2.2 adds that the documented information retained as evidence must now indicate the nature of the nonconformity and any subsequent actions taken. So, continual improvement. The organization must continually improve the sustainability or suitability rather, adequacy, and effectiveness of the quality management system. The organization must consider the results of analysis and evaluation and the outputs from management review to determine if there are needs or opportunities that must be addressed as part of the continual improvement. Continual improvement is defined as a recurring activity to increase the ability to fulfill requirements. The ability to fulfill requirements refers to both conforming as well as non-conforming products, processes, or services. Conforming processes can be further improved, and non-conforming processes must be improved by taking corrective action to prevent a recurrence. That's all, folks. Thank you for listening.